Hello Sagittarius, my Saggies. Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus. They are deeper kind of philosophical, spiritual readings this week. We are going into the unknown. So with Kim Krans, the creator of the Unknown decks, we're starting with the Unknown archetype, and then we're going into the Unknown World Animal Spirit Oracle and Tarot cards. And what I'm going to do this week is I'm getting the archetypal energy of what you are right now. What are you in right now? What archetypal energy are you in right now? And what archetypal energy are you going towards? Are you going to become that you're moving into from this point? And there is an extended, so if you are called to go see the extended, the link is at the top of the description. And in the extended, I'm going to look at the missing pieces, sort of the blind spot between these two archetypal energies, like getting you there. So Saggy, let's get started. The archetypal energy for Sagittarius. The archetypal energy for Sagittarius at this time and what they are moving into. Wow, interesting. The one. The one. That's it. The one. What an intriguing card, eh? Like, what is that? The one. There's no color in it either. That seems to be very significant this week. Going from monochromatic to color. The division of like darkness into light. The one. And it is number 30. Okay, so where are you going? The mentor. Wow, that's intriguing. Look at these energies. I'm going to read from the book because the book's fascinating. Like, she spent years, Kim Krans, creating this deck. And if I recall, I can't remember if there's about 80 cards in this deck. There's quite a few. There's a lot. But I think at one point she had like 250 or 300 archetypes. So it's a lot. It's, wow. So where you are right now is the one. Where you're going, where your energy is taking you is the mentor. So let's go into the book. There you go. The one, non-duality, one love, Unus Mundus. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of the consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away and we are left with what is. The precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. The Unus Mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. Is it possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love? Wow, that's cool. It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. Oh, this is cool. This is right up my alley, actually. It's definitely taking us there. When light serves, loves, accepts, and resonates. To go deeper, James Turrell's The Color Inside, the poem Self-Portrait by David White. This is really fascinating. This is connecting. But I talked to you guys last week about this. So weird. Because this card is connecting with that. I think I talked about that out-of-body experience I had a few years ago. And I experienced and felt like just the love of the universe, and realized that that really was the only thing that existed outside of the realm of earth, whatever this place really is for us, if it's just a school for our soul or it's just some kind of cosmic blip, I don't know, right? But the one, and it's so fascinating because Om is a very precious sound to me, and I use it almost all the time when I do meditate. Maybe you think I'm like one of those people that meditates all the time. I'm not a big meditator, and maybe I should do it more often than I do, but because I'm sort of an active personality, I find that I need to release a lot of my Aries energy, my Mars energy, and working out really does that for me. Working out is a form of meditation. And then sometimes when I stretch, I will, after my stretching, if I have time, I will do meditation, and I will practice sounding Om. And the first time, I'm bringing I'm telling you this because this card is like totally, it's like, it's my experience. I feel like we're connecting somehow, or I meant to tell you about this if you're in this energy. Because Om, when I discovered the word Om, it brought me back to a memory of when I was a little kid, and if I would get in trouble, I'd have to go to my room, and I'd have to lay on my bed, or I'd do something, I'd just lay on my bed, and I would just be bored. I wasn't allowed to play my toys because it was a timeout or whatever, so I would play with sound. I would literally play with sound, and I would make all these funny, like, vibrational, I don't even know if I can do it now like I did as a kid, sounds in my body, and I could feel like my whole body vibrating. Like I was fascinated by the way I could do that. I know I wasn't a normal child, but and Om, once I kind of learned about it as an adult and started using it, and I'll utilize it in a meditation, for me, Om creates silence from where we are in our experience day to day. And then I can literally, I swear to God, I can hear the vibration of the universe. I know it sounds crazy, but it does something. And for me, there's 3 points in Om. So the first part is Om, and it comes from, like, if you do it right, you sort of feel the vibration kind of in your diaphragm area and up into your chest, and then purse your lips together, and then I feel it like resonate the upper part of my body, and then to release it, Om. That's my practice. So funny that you're getting this card. And if I do that enough, I like inhale through the nose, and the sound comes out through, and it's almost like it's hitting these chakra areas. I find it's almost like maybe it wakes those up. And the first time I did that, and I don't remember how I got into Om, was years and years and years ago. And I would stop after a time, like maybe 4 or 5 minutes of doing it, and then I would sit in silence, and I'd swear to God, somebody was cutting his lawn in the background. Like, you know, that sound, that's what I start to hear. If someone is cutting their lawn, like, I don't know, a block or so away, and you're in the house, and it's just like this distant vibrational sound. And I used to think that there was always timing. And then I realized, actually, no, when I do that, somehow I clear out the static of this existence, and it's almost like I tap into the sound of the universe. And of course, I'm not going to go into the story again, but the one love, all love, the universe, I relayed that last week in the Sagittarius reading. Oh, and then somebody else said that I had said that before to you guys. Isn't that funny? Connecting. So yeah, and it's not something that you can be in all the time, right? I only ever had that experience once with what I talked about last week, and this isn't something that I go into all the time, but I have found too, like there was a few years ago where I had, and maybe this is all coming out for a reason for you, because it also helps you get through a very stressful point. Om. Years ago, I was a part owner in a children's art studio, and I thought my business partner was kind of quirky, and I thought, well, that's cool, that'll go really well, really eccentric, but I didn't realize she was narcissistic. It got really bad. Anyways, it was really torturous, and 6 days a week, every day, going in to spend very close quarters and try to work and collaborate with someone. Anyways, it got so stressful, like it was killing me. And I think too, like being sort of an empathic person, as a lot of you I think are too, a narcissistic energy vampire personality, really it almost starts to kill you. Like it's like they feed and they suck off your energy to the point where you feel dead. And then I brought Om. I remembered Om, and I started using it again, and it sort of gave me the strength to get through that period of time. And I had a Libra friend at the time, she kept telling me, Cindy, this too shall pass. Like, you just remember this, because it's a point in time in your life right now. I feel like you all are going through something. That's what I feel like. I feel like you're going through something, because this is really bringing out an energy for me to talk to you about something that I experience on a very personal level, and how it's affected me as my musical laundry machine. How it helped me in the past get through and balance. It's like it balances it. It removes, let's say, it feels like it removes negative vibrational energy that might be coming at you from some sort of outside source. Because that's what the Om does. Like, feel it like deep. And then you'll feel it here, like you feel the sound rise. And then it's almost like you're containing it right here. And then you let it out. Like, it's a release. Let's all do it, okay? All right, so that. Okay, so then you go into the mentor. The mentor. Number 6, like really at the beginning here. We've been deep in the book, but now we're... The mentor. Well, look, it's like... Oh! Look, you see, like the one is like almost like this vacuum of space. And then look. There's celestial energy. There's all sorts of stuff out there. I like it. Okay. The mentor, the teacher, the sage, the guru. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of the consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. This is so absolutely true. That's why I think it's good to have kids around you. They totally, it's like everything becomes very humble. Although it's typically true that parents are our initial teachers, the child will eventually seek a mentor figure outside of the home to assist their growth. That's true. It takes a village. Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. The expressions feet of clay and cult of personality exist for a reason. So I'll say that again. So you know what I'll do? I'll do this, Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. The expressions feet of clay and cult of personality exist for a reason. So when light, focused, clear, bright, remains a student. When dark, self-serving, envious of youth, righteous and rigid. Go deeper. The riddles of Zen masters and their students. This is really cool. You know what I feel like? I feel like there's two things that are happening here. I think you're going through a process of teacher-student, teacher-student. But that's what life is, right? And it almost feels a little bit like, because I felt compelled to share with you something that helped me get through a tough time. And that's where you're sort of being forced to be the student again. You need to learn something here. There's something left for you to learn. Like, none of us is finished learning until the day we die, and then we come back again and we do it all over again in some other body and some other zodiac, right? Like, we're not. We have to always be willing to go back into that realm. Maybe you're going through something difficult now. There's challenging energy around you. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling like there's challenging energy around you. And I feel like this is your savior. Like this energy, the one, the Om, is the savior for you. This gets you through it. This almost repels whatever that negative energy is. And then it's something like that you can take forward in life. You're going to learn something about repelling the negative energy standing up and believing in yourself, persevering, taking the steps when you need to take the steps, holding back when you need to hold back. And in doing all of that, at some point you will become the teacher again. Because it becomes clear. It's like focused, it's like zoomed in, right? Look at this card. Everything is sort of like blurry. It's almost like the Hubble telescope has that bad lens. The first lens they sent it up with was like nearsighted or something. It was honest to God. You know what? Those guys have so much money. And I tell you, you know, scientists and all that stuff, sometimes they just need a little common sense. Just a little common sense. Anyways, so I apologize to anyone from NASA that's watching this, but yeah, sometimes you guys do stupid shit. So we all do. But look at this. And then it's like, it's got a new lens on it. And the focus, it's so clear, but it's zoomed in. Like, you know, like without this lens, it just looks like a whole bunch of little dots. You know, and then you put this lens on and you can see there's like other galaxies. I was going to say universes, but I don't think it's that fast. Well, maybe your vision could go beyond this galaxy into other universes. Well, that's really out there. I think one step at a time, huh? One step at a time. Okay, so that's cool. I like this. I like this week. I want to do this all the no, I don't know. Some of them are tiring and exhausting. I don't think I could do this every week. Being an Aries Gemini, I gotta change it up too. You know, next week will be different. But that's how you get different messages. You don't hear the same shit over and over again, do you? Although I'm telling you the same story over and over again about the one, the love, the universe, all that there is. See, you're gonna see it. Oh, yeah, you're going to see it somehow. That's why you're going through whatever you're going through right now. It's changing the lens. It's changing your lens. As I push my glasses up. It's changing your lens. You will see what I'm talking about. You will, I hope you'll feel it. You will experience it somehow. Okay, Saggy. My sweet Saggy. Oh, the tarantula. Yeah, you're in it. You are in it. There's something right now that's difficult. It's burning you. It feels burning. It feels like it's creeping. Like it's spying. Like it's... Oh, look where you're going. No, it's so beautiful. This is difficult. This is really hot and heavy. It's, you know, if it's your energy, okay, here's the thing. If this is your energy and it's something you're after, it can still be kind of difficult because it puts you in a predatory, it feels like maybe out of your grasp, or I really need this now. It gives you a bit of anxiety. You know, maybe you're even going through that. Like, I really need this now. I gotta get this now. How do I do it? Do I sit and wait? Do I attack? You know, all the things that a tarantula would do. But I'm feeling too like you're dealing with some sort of situation. Someone around you, someone or some people around you that have this negative vibrational energy, maybe even sort of narcissistic or energy vampires. The Om is going to help you. You're on your way to feeling the one. I really get that. And you're in a stage right now of the student, but you're about to become the teacher again because you'll know, right? Like, you can't teach something unless you understand it, and you've, in a way, even experienced it. But, so then the bee is full of so much creativity, so much focus. Like, you know what, this is almost like focus on you. What is it? It's not supposed to be on this side. It's supposed to be on this side. So, focus on you, but it's kind of heavy. It gives you the heebie-jeebies. It's anxious. It's not comfortable. This is focus on you, but it's beautiful. It's divine. It's friendly. It's fun. It's playful. It's creative. Ooh la la, right? That's so neat. Oh, look at the bottom, the Phoenix. Who else had the Phoenix this week? Oh no. Oh yeah, Pisces had the Phoenix, but they had it from another deck that you will be getting an Oracle card from. So you're in the, I feel like you're kind of in the ashes. like you're in the ashes. But there's something within you sort of fighting through. Like that spark is starting to come through. Okay, the tarot card. Sassy with me. You're gonna be sassy, aren't you? You're gonna be sassy. Well, it's pulling good cards for you. Be sassy with me, Sag. I just gave you my own tip. That's okay. You know I like the sass. I'll take the sass. I'll give the sass. That's enough of that. Wow, you're going through something huge here because all the cards you pulled but one, and I'm going to say you pulled, I think you're pulling the cards out of my deck there, are major arcana. So look at you. This is a big thing. It's at the bottom. The Daughter of Swords is at the bottom. Everything's reversed after that. So the Daughter of Swords is a little bit like the Page of Swords. Watching, learning, understanding. Because you are going through something and you're meant to kind of learn it. Like being the student again. The pages are that youthful, young energy that, you know, have things to learn. Oh, this is beautiful. This is connecting with the One. The Mother of Cups, the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Like, love. This is, okay. This is like love of self, love of others, expression. This is, to me, is like love of the earth. This is all things you love, all things you want and desire and hope for and could dream of. It's just, it's beautiful. And then the Wheel of Fortune. This is some sort of karmic change, karmic shift that's occurring. And it kind of feels like you may be in a heavy one, but this is where you are. So it tells me you're about to come out of it, right? Well, it's telling us over here, you are coming out of it. You're coming out of it. This too shall pass. This my Libra friend would be telling me. This too shall pass. And when it does, after a while, it seems like, wow, that wasn't very long. Because I spent 3 years doing that. And I'll tell you that 3 years doing that felt like 20 years. But then that was 6 years ago. So I've lived double that time, and it almost seems like a movie. It doesn't even seem like something that I truly lived and it affected me, right? And it's whatever this is, at some point it will feel like that for you. And no, it can be hard to believe, but it will. It'll just almost like seem like a movie that you saw once. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that movie. I was glad when that was over. So the High Priestess, the Tower, and the World. Oh my goodness. Oh. Continuing to connect with the One. Like this is knowing the One. This is wanting the One. And to know and want something. Like to truly know and want something. That's part of your karmic switch here. Whatever that is for you. It's almost like you're really connecting with the point of existence. So to me, it tells me that you're truly understanding your point of existence, who you are on the deepest of deep levels. Wow. You know what? The Scorpio reading might resonate with you. I'm kind of feeling that energy here. The High Priestess, the Tower, oh, sorry, oh much the fingers that and the World. I want to know what comes in after the World. Because you're ending a cycle here. You end a cycle with a Tower moment. Oh, part of me just wants to leave it open. You end a cycle with a Tower moment. Let's ask what the Tower moment is. Maybe the Tower moment is ending the cycle. But right, then you go with to the bee and to the mentor. And I like that the mentor is number 6 too, because 6 is for me in the tarot, or bringing balance and harmony back to where balance and harmony were not. So this is like bringing the balance and harmony back into your student-teacher cycle. Like allowing that to cycle through. Because it's too boring to be the teacher all the time. You want to go and learn stuff, right? Like you want to experience things. You want to find people that know more things about different things than you do. Because that's what makes life interesting. If you know everything there is to know in your little box, that's boring as crap. Okay, the Tower moment. The Tower moment. Well, I'm curious. It's sitting out. What the hell time Tower moment is this? It's like my Aries Gemini is saying, like, a Tower moment. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? You're going to do something. What is it going to be? We're going to manifest healing and rest. And taking the time to figure out what your choices are. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's needed. It's needed. It just wasn't what I expected. It's good. You need to do that, right? You need to. Well, you know what? You probably do. You really do, actually. What am I saying? Such a little shit. You really do. Because when I think about, like, where I really connected with Om and healing and how that could heal you, with the situation I told you about with that business partner. You know, after that, I was not really ready to make friends with anybody. I kind of had, I thought, and here's the thing, because I thought, I didn't trust people. I honestly, I'll be quite honest with you, I didn't trust people after that experience. And then I really had to look in on it and think about it. Well, why don't you trust people? And I realized, well, it wasn't so much that I didn't trust people. I didn't trust myself. My own judgment of people. That's where that came in. Like, you have to look at stuff, right? You always have to bring it back to yourself, because you're the only thing in control of your life and your experience. So I realized, I was like, oh, I don't trust me. If I could have made such a mistake that large, oh boy. Like, you know, so you need to take, like, to think about what you've been manifesting up to this point. Think about how, what, who, when you've manifested things. Rest on this. Recover. Give yourself time to feel comfortable again, making choices, making decisions. Yeah, and it's funny. And you know what? Sometimes, I learned this too through that experience, was sometimes you do need someone to help you trust again. And I found that with what was the first friend I made after that. And she's kind of like my best friend now. She confided in me. She said, you know what, Cindy? I have best friends from childhood, but you're my best friend in adulthood. I was like, you are mine too. So she's my Pisces friend. And she was always very persistent. She would come up to me, like when we were going to pick our kids up from kindergarten at the school, and she would come up to me and she'd talk to me, and I'd be like, right away, like, what does she want to talk to me about? Why? Like, what does she want? That's what I thought, right? Because I didn't trust people until I realized I wasn't trusting myself and my own judgment. So I was like, but you know, it didn't faze her that I was kind of like, you know, standoffish, and I had, you know, I had like a wall up, like, I don't know. And, yeah, she's just very persistent. And she kept asking to offer to help me with stuff. And I thought, why? What do you want, right? Like, then you really have to think about what's going on inside of yourself when, you know, you might be pushing offers like that away. And legit. And then I got to know her. I'm like, my God, she's real. She's like a freaking earth angel. Like, where did this come from? How did I go with having a friend who was a devil to an angel? Yeah, right? Like, it can happen. It can happen. And actually, that's kind of your purpose too, being Sagittarius, being temperance. That is an earth angel energy, temperance, Sag, right? It really is. It is an earth angel. So in some ways, if you've been through something really difficult, like I said, it's the teacher-student cycle here. And you're studenting and you're doing that. to be teaching again, right? Because that was my cycle. I went through that. Someone taught me. I taught myself. Someone taught me. You know what? Someone taught me, and I learned to look in, and I learned to look with that outwardly, and I learned to think about everything and what my connection was to it and how I connected to things. And then through that, you know, other people too that I've met, because she's so nice. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it till you met her, and you'd think she's got to have an ulterior motive. No, I haven't found it yet after all these years. No, she's really freaking nice. And I have people tell me, oh yeah, no one can be that nice. I don't trust her. And I'll tell them, I'm telling you, she's freaking genuine. I know, I'm telling you. You know, you gotta figure that on your own. But yeah, so this is such a deep, this one and the Scorpio are so deep. Okay, we're gonna go into, you gotta do your thing here. You're gonna go into this. This is my Wings of Wisdom. This is a very kind of childlike, fun little, but boy, it's also very profound oracle deck. Just gonna get a card for you, Saggy. I would say to play with the word "oh." I've never been one. This is I have to follow what they say to do. This is exactly how I do. I've created my own thing because everybody's body chemistry, everything about you is very unique, and you have to find a system that works for you. So this is a reference, and then you take that and you develop and apply it to you, right? Like what I've talked about. So the Nightingale. Oh, the Nightingale. Loving messages from Spirit, enchantment voice. Affirmation. My creative soul sings through the night, bringing healing and light. Oh, it's the first affirmation I've ever read out of here that reminds me a little bit like an incantation because it kind of rhymes. This is a very powerful affirmation then. My creative soul sings through the night, bringing healing and light. It's a short one, but it's a good one. So there's a whole bunch on the back. I'm going to read that to you when you look at the front. Focus on building your connection to your true self so that you do not depend on outer circumstances for strength or security. Your soul connection is your true support in life. You do not need to feel limited or afraid of external conditions, as they can be transformed through the magic of your soul voice. That is the Om. Remember? Pushing away negative vibration. Oh. Okay, or whatever that is for you. Sorry, I don't want to force my views. You can influence the environment around you through conscious choices. Rather than worrying, an environment may have a negative effect on you. Practice speaking your truth unconditionally and spontaneously from the heart. You can cast a loving spell of enchantment to inspire and heal others as you do so. Oh, see? Yeah, you're learning to do something here for yourself so that you can teach it to others. I love that. That's beautiful. All right. All right, Saggies. I'm going to go do the extended now and see what's going on in the middle of these two. All right. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves, and this too shall pass. Bye.